meditation in the morning, but some of you guys are coming late. Some of you I didn't know if you're coming. You know, you were running late. I've had a few people cancel, so it was like, I really like to do the meditation day 2 in the morning. I think it sets a good tone. But the more important part of it is to open your guys' mind to how you can help yourself. So instead of doing meditation now, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go through a few things. I want you guys to kind of open your mind to things that you should be asking yourself, right? The big key with, I think everyone who studies martial arts needs to find balance with themselves. That is the big key, balance with themselves. We all have likes and dislikes. We all have things that we want in life. We all have things that we want to pursue, but you have to have balance with everything, right? But before you can have balance, the first thing that you have to address, before you can get the balance, is you have to be able to understand the conscious and the unconscious mind, right? So now you can argue that there's the conscious, the unconscious, and the subconscious. And the subconscious is not the same thing as the unconscious. They're not. You have conscious, unconscious, subconscious, right? Just like you have mind, body, spirit, right? So you have they're not the same thing. They're all in one, but they are 3 individuals. Most people don't have issues. Most people can understand the conscious aspect of the mind and the physical realm, right? Like, this guy's an asshole, I'm not going to talk to him. Or this is a bad situation, I'm just not going to be there, right? We get that. But then you get to the next part, which is like body, mind. And the mind can play a lot of fucking tricks on you. Because sometimes you guys start talking to yourself, and then you start believing the shit that you're saying, right? I mean, the one person that you guys talk to the most every day is you. That is a fact. Every one of us talk to ourselves more than we talk to anybody else. So the last thing you want to do is feed yourself bullshit. And if you talk to yourself enough and you feed yourself enough bullshit, you'll believe it. So now we need to get into that aspect, and we want to start talking about the unconscious mind. Or we maybe tap a little subconscious, but we want to get into the unconscious of what is it on the inside, who we really are, and how can we tap into it. Now today, since we are not going to be doing meditation, I want to take you guys through the steps. I'm going to talk to you guys about the 3 ways to tap into the unconscious mind. There are 3 to get to the unconscious state. Number 1 is sleep. That's the easiest thing. Dreams do more for you than what you think, right? And a lot of people want to tell you all this kind of jazz and all this kind of thing, but when you go to the sleep state or dream state, that's one way to tap into the unconscious mind. It gives you an opportunity to see your ancestors. How many of you guys have had a dream about a great grandma that passed away or whatever? You catch what I mean? Yeah, it happens. And that doesn't necessarily mean that the dream wasn't real. You just believe that it's not real because someone told you dreams aren't real growing up. That's the only reason you believe it. It doesn't mean it's not true, right? Because again, there's a difference between truth and fact, yeah? So what makes the dream state hard, we all dream, we all sleep. But most of us never get to commune in the dream state because most of us will not pass through the gate. Because we wake up before we actually get to pass through that gate. There's this gate in your mind, it's called the Mumani Khan, it's like the gateless gate. And it's because it's not a physical gate, but there's this process, and if you can get past it, then you can commune. I can guarantee you guys have had lots of dreams of people. But I'm going to bet you guys have also had not as many dreams, but you've had lots of dreams where you talk to people or communicate in some way, whether it's making a dinner for someone, doing something nice, or maybe someone doing something nice for you. You catch what I mean? Don't take those things lightly. Those have meaning. But most people don't get to that state every single day because they're going to wake up before they walk through the gate, right? That's what makes it very difficult because most of us sleep because we're tired. We're not sleeping because we're trying to commune, right? The second way of tapping into the unconscious mind is called induced. So you can meditate as one, induced state. You can meditate. A lot of ancient people will tell you that you can do it through sex and orgasm and all that. Most people, however, will do it through herbs like datura, peyote, cannabis, right? Those type of herbs tend to help you open your mind, expand your mind, and get into an unconscious state and being able to get away. When we talk about the unconscious mind, we're talking about who you are on the inside that's away from the physical realm. You know, like people say, I saw myself in my dream. How many of you guys have done that? Seen yourself in your dream? That is the unconscious. You are now separating yourself and seeing who you are. The big question is, what were you doing when that dream happened? Because that's an important aspect. And being able to recognize that. And was that your unconscious state trying to teach you to change something or do something? That's where those lessons come in, and that's what we want. We want to make sure that we have balance of our mind. It's not just balance of the body. Oh, I drink good, I eat good, I work out. You got to work out your mind. So when you do the induced, where meditation is one, right, or whatever pleasure, or herbs, or whatever, you want to make sure that you can control that, go through the gate, and once you walk through the gate and you can start controlling it, you're what's called awakened. How many people have heard that with like gurus, and they've become awakened, they're now enlightened? Because those people who are at that level, they can go right to the unconscious state real fucking quick. And that's when they can commune. And when I mean commune, I'm talking about talk to the energy that is of the past, the ancestors, or know who they are, or tap into other people and help them with their problems. And not everyone's going to be like, okay, fuck all earthly attachment. I'm going to live on the top of a mountain. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do it. If you want to do it, go on with it. I'm not going to do it. You catch what I'm saying? But the training is very important, because if you can understand yourself, you can understand self-empowerment. And then you don't have certain things. There are certain things that you don't let get to you. Fear, doubt, insecurity, self-esteem, self-image. Those things aren't even problems anymore. You may have them, they're not problems anymore, because you've already accepted them and learned how to handle them. But you have to get to that state. The third state of the unconscious mind is death. Now, you're only going to walk through that gate once, let me tell you. Right? Unless something changes in the near future of modern medicine, I think you only get one time at that. But in the practice of training the unconscious mind, what you want to be able to do is connect to everything around you. Now, I'm not going to try to be like Yoda, right? But everything around us has energy. The trees, the branches, earth, the grass. Our bodies is nothing but energy. Our skin is nothing but a receptor. We can feel all forms of energy. Earlier, right before we started, one of you guys said, God, it's so nice here. I feel so relaxed. Yeah, because you're now part of nature. You're connecting to nature. One thing that people do when they want to connect, they got to get back to that. We live in a world where we're in polyester uniforms, and all of your shoes have rubber soles. You really think we're supposed to have a piece of rubber between our feet and the earth? Is that what we were here for? You know what I mean? Or driving on tires with rubber? Or we were supposed to be able to feel the energy and understand that and connect to that and let that heal us and balance us, right? The people who are always unbalanced are the people that never balance themselves. So you guys should go and meditate. And when we talk about meditation, someone's like, I don't even know what that means. What the fuck is that? Go there and do this and then what? Well, you ask yourself a series of questions. The very basic thing to do with meditation is ask yourself the series of questions. And I'm going to get to that right after this point. The third step of the unconscious mind is death. But if you can control the unconscious mind, you will have that control after that gate. That's why the people that you're talking to, whoever it was in your dream, whether it was great granny or whatever, you probably had a very good connection with that person. The people that you don't have a connection with, you're probably not talking to them in your dream, because there was no connection to begin with. So there's not going to be that. Do you catch what I'm saying? So we want to be able to do that. Parents should have that connection with their kids, right? Whether it's a grandparent, a parent, you should always have that kind of connection, because have you guys ever felt like you're walking somewhere and you just feel like someone's watching over you? You know, whether it's someone you know or someone that passed away, or it's real. That feeling is true. But you have to, don't let the world, the way it's changing, this world that's changing is trying to force you to believe something or shape your mind in a way that wasn't the way in its original form. Like one of the oldest questions of all time was, who were you before someone told you who you were? Most people can't answer that question, because that's a big mind fuck, isn't it? Because we're all born to believe, oh, dreams aren't real. Don't do that. That's not right. Do this. You know what I mean? So we get shaped through whether it's the educational process or whatever group, to believe a certain way. And then there's a point in that process where we've got to step back and be like, well, fuck, do I actually believe that? Is that even real? You know what I mean? So in your body, and this is part where we would go through the Kuji and then the meditation and all that kind of stuff. We're skipping that section because of time today and where we're doing this in the daily routine, okay? Now we're gonna go through a series of questions. There's 7 of them, and I want you guys to write these down, okay? And I wrote them down for you here.